Today, we're going to talk about the one subject that most women want to avoid, or they just want to let someone else handle it for them: money management. I know that Mary Kay is fun, you earn prizes, you gain self confidence, and get recognition, but bottom line, it is a business and it needs to be run like one. I have a lot of consultants complain that their husbands or their family members are not supportive of their Mary Kay business. And the first question that I always want to ask them is, are you running your Mary Kay business like a business and paying yourself? When they answer no, I say, well, how supportive would you be if your husband was gone a couple of nights a week, having fun, winning prizes, gaining friends, but no money was coming in? Well, you wouldn't be supportive, and neither will they. So let's talk about how to run your Mary Kay like a business and actually see money coming in. Pay your business off and reinvest in your business so that it can continue to grow and thrive, to become a successful career and bring in a viable income that you and your family will appreciate. First, you need to understand that the average business startup capital, according to Wells Fargo, is over $10,000, and 17% was over $100,000. According to the Washington Post, in a survey they took of over 5,000 business owners that started in 2004, most don't see any income for the first year of business, and over half of them ended up showing a loss. Now, I'm not telling you all of this to depress you, but to get you excited, because if you will start your Mary Kay business with enough product to support a business, discipline yourself to follow this money management system faithfully, you can and will see a profit right from the very beginning. The one thing that my dad taught me when I started this business for the second time in April 1987, because I wouldn't listen to him the first time, was the value of having products on hand for my customers. He said, Julie, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. What will people think if you have one or two cleansers, one or two moisturizers on your shelf? It won't look like you're very sure of yourself and that you're very confident that you're going to be in business for very long. So why should they bother to switch over from the brand that they like and are currently using, only to find that you don't have any more on your shelf or have to wait for you to order it? Now, I have to tell you, my dad knew my financial state. He knew that we were dead broke. I didn't look at him and say, well, you just want to make a commission off of me. You guys, I don't really care how you run your business. It makes no difference to me. I'm still going to make an excellent income. You may be watching this, and you may be somebody that I do make a commission on, and you may not be. But the fact of the matter is if you fail, neither one of us are going to make a commission. So your success is important to me, and I am going to give you good business advice on how to run a successful, money-making Mary Kay business. Because again, if you fail, neither one of us are going to make any money. So let me ask you, before you got into Mary Kay, did you mail order your cleanser? Did you send off money, not knowing if you're really going to get it back, and mail order your mascara, your body lotion, your husband's shave cream? I didn't think so. What makes you think that others are going to want to do that? They're not. So my first advice to you is to have profit level inventory on hand to run a successful business. What is profit level? Well, Mary Kay suggests that it's approximately $3,600 wholesale or $7,200 retail. Now that may sound like a lot, but remember the average startup capital it takes to start a new business. And remember that Mary Kay, unlike the others, has a buyback guarantee, so you're guaranteed not to lose. When you have enough product on hand to give your customers right then, right there, you'll sell more, gain their confidence, and the best part of all is you'll be able to go home and pay yourself instead of having to put it all back into product. And isn't that the point? To make money and to see a profit? Now, the problem is not that people start off with product or put it on a credit card, but it's what you do after you order that product that determines if your business is going to survive or if it's going to thrive. I suggest to consultants, when you start this business, only to use credit 3 times. First, to order your store or your initial inventory to have on hand. And as you've heard me say, when you start with profit level inventory, you'll be able to see a profit sooner. Second, you should use your startup credit or capital for your business cards and your labels. And third, you use your startup capital or credit card for your personal website. Once you've done those 3 things, you should take that credit card or that loan and lock it away, close it, cut it up, do whatever you want to do with it, but get it out of temptation's reach. Because even if you continue to charge and it's business things that you're putting on there, that interest is going to compound and compound on the entire amount from day one if you don't pay the whole thing off right away. From here on out, you'll be operating on a cash basis. The only thing that you'll need from a credit card is your account number and an address where to send your payments to. You'll need to open a separate checking account just for your Mary Kay business and get a debit card attached to that account so that you can key in your orders in the computer. Now go to my website, www.julieweaver.net, click on training, and print off the Mary Kay Money Management Worksheet. And let's work together so that you know how to run your business like a business and see the money. All week long, as I sell, I simply put the sales tickets, the cash, all checks in a Mary Kay money bag. This stays in the middle of my desk drawer. Then on Fridays, I sit down and I add up all my sales tickets that I've collected money on, add the subtotals without tax, and enter that amount in column 1 under weekly sales total before taxes. And this is the sheet that you're going to print off on my website. Let's just say, for the example's sake, because I'd like for you to follow along with me and start entering these numbers so you have an example. Let's just say that you sold $400 that week. So enter that number in the first column that says weekly sales before tax. Okay? Then let's just say that you're going to put in the second column the sales tax that you collected on that product. Now, that is how much money you should have in your Mary Kay money bag and in your ProPay account combined. If you don't, because you're waiting on receiving a check or a payment, then don't count that sale yet. You can only pay yourself on what you have paid on. The next 4 columns are going to tell you how much and where to dispense your money. First, your monthly credit card or loan payment. Your goal is to pay this off on a weekly basis because interest is compounded daily. So if you took 2 people, put them side by side, one made a $100 payment every single Friday into that account or into their credit card account, and the other one sent one check once a month for $400. Equal amounts going in, one once a month, one once a week. The person who sent in weekly payments would pay their credit card off much quicker than the one sending in one payment a month. Why? Because interest is compounded daily. Now your goal here is to pay at least the finance charge the first week. So look at your credit card bill and write the finance charge in pencil in that column that says monthly or weekly credit card loan payment. Okay, write your finance charge in there. Let's just say, for example's sake, it's $79. Now take 20% of your weekly sales before tax, which in this case would be 20% of $400 would be $80. Put that in the weekly payment column. Right then, take your business checkbook and make out a check for $80 to your credit card company. Put your account number on it and write the address on an envelope and get it ready to mail for $80. You've just paid the finance charge. But the second, the third, and the fourth week, everything you send in will go directly towards paying off the principal of the loan. Now move to the next column. Take 20% of your sales before tax, which should be the same amount that you just sent off to your credit card company. Enter it into that column. Now write a check to you. That is your net paycheck for 1 week. You can tithe from that amount. You can invest it. You can put it towards paying off your dream. It can be given to your husband. That is your guilt-free spending money. Now, some consultants tell me, oh, Julie, I don't need a profit because I already have a job. So I'm going to put everything I make into paying off my loan. Or I'm going to put everything I make back into my product. Well, that's noble, but it's not wise. Why? Have you ever been on a diet? Cut out all the sugar, cut out all the carbs, cut out the starches, and you still didn't lose weight? What'd you do? Well, you said the heck with it, started eating whatever you wanted to again. We are creatures that need instant gratification. If we don't get it, we become discouraged and give up. So it's important, no matter how small the amount is, that you pay yourself and enjoy it. If you don't like the amount that you're bringing in, you don't like the amount of your net paycheck, guess what? Work a little harder, book a little few more points, but get out there, get your product out, open your mouth and sell some product. Moving to the next column, your Mary Kay product order. Take 55% of whatever you sold before tax and enter it into that account, plus all of the sales tax you collected in that column. Let's say, for the sake of our example, you would enter $220. That's 55% of $400, plus $24 sales tax. That's the amount that you should use to replace product in any Section 2 samples or supplies. However, you want to make sure that you don't spend any more than 5%, or in this case, $24, in Section 2 products, because if you do, you'll be embezzling your inventory. And though it may be slow and you don't see it, after a while you're going to wonder why you have less product 6 months from now than you did when you started. Okay? When you need to order, simply use your debit card, key in the order, make sure that it doesn't come out again to more than column 5, what that total is for Mary Kay product order. The last column under business expense is also 5%. And this 5%, or in this case $20, can be used for baskets, it can be used for wrap, it can be used for your PCP enrollment, advertisement, career conference, seminar, any other business expense that you have. That's it. Simple? Yep, very. The only hard part is the discipline it takes to keep your hands off the money that doesn't belong to you. If you will do this worksheet on a weekly basis and work your business like a business, then you'll find, like I did the second time around when I actually started taking control of my money situation, exactly how much you still owe, how much you've paid off, how much you've made, and you'll continue to purchase and increase your product to keep yourself in business. I walk downstairs now, you guys, I probably have 10,000 wholesale in product. Every single cent of it is paid for. I paid my business off doing this 8 months into my business, and I started with a full inventory, and I worked a full-time job. A couple of points to keep in mind are, number one, to order smart. Whenever you order at least $400 or more, the company gives you free product. This will help you build your inventory for free. So don't get yourself in trouble. If a client is waiting on an order, don't keep them waiting. Order the product when you need it. But if you can, always order $400 wholesale or $800 retail or more at one time. Secondly, if you take products off your shelf for your personal use or family use, then pay for it. I don't know why some consultants think all of a sudden because they become a consultant, they get free product. No. Somebody's got to pay for it. The product isn't free. So whatever you take off, you write it up on a sales ticket, and let's just say that you purchase $40 retail. Then you write up a ticket, charge yourself the wholesale amount, $20, plus the retail sales tax on the 40 or the retail. Put that amount in column 5, add it to column 5 for when you get ready to order, and that's how you'll replace your product. It won't cost you, you're not making a profit of yourself, but at least you're not costing your inventory. And last, as you start to build your team and receive what Mary Kay calls love checks or commissions on your team members' success, you don't take a split on that money. But my suggestion to you is to take 20% and invest it. Once you start learning to invest money for your future, rather than just spend whatever you make, your whole outlook of buying things, how you spend, or how you waste your money will totally change, and consequently, so will your life. My challenge to you today is going to take a little bit of time, but it will be so worth it. First, take an inventory of what product you have on shelf. If you don't have $3,600 wholesale, Section 1, online, regular product, my suggestion is you invest some ways to get some capital in order to bump your product up to get there. Because if your product is not up to profit level, this worksheet really doesn't apply to you, because you can't afford to pay anything but the minimum payment on your credit card, and everything else should go back into product. All right, next, if you're on profit level, I would like for you to enter this week's sales, run all of your money through this worksheet, and determine a dream that you would like for your Mary Kay to be used for, such as a pool, new furniture, new outfit for your child, something that your family would benefit and get excited from. When you do, you will have the most supportive family, as well as feel like a confident, successful businesswoman, because you are.